What is up, everybody? James Owens here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Typically, I like to discuss fitness-related content here in regards to training, not so much nutrition, but mostly just training, workout videos, and things like that. So if you're new, thank you. I saw that I did gain a couple of new subscribers here recently, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the love and all the support that you guys are giving me. But today I kind of got a quick video for you all, pretty much how you can make your own workout plan. I know a lot of people purchase plans, or a lot of people like buy workout plans from athletes that they follow. But I think understanding what creates a good workout plan and understanding what you want to do in the gym is important. And I think being able to customize your own workout plan would just make training for you that more enjoyable and that much more optimal when you're actually in the gym and doing your workouts and stuff. So I think the first thing to understand when making your own workout plan is how you're going to track that workout plan. Me personally, I use Microsoft Excel or like Google Sheets. They're pretty similar together. You can use like a notepad. You can use like a whiteboard, how I got back there. You can use whatever you want as long as you can understand or you can annotate the exercises you're doing, the amount of reps, the weight, and then the sets. And we'll get into all of that a little bit later in the video. But just finding out a method in which you can track your workout is extremely important. I know there are some like external applications or like apps that you can use on your phone also. But I keep it pretty simple and I use Microsoft Excel spreadsheets. Once you have the method in which you're going to track your workout, it's important to understand like what split you're going to do or how many days a week you're going to train. Currently, I train 4 days a week. I do a chest day. I do a like posterior day, which is like back and hamstrings. I do an upper day, which pretty much encompasses like upper chest and shoulders. And then I do a leg day. And it usually goes, I'll do chest, I'll do posterior, I'll rest, I'll do upper, I'll rest, and then I'll do legs. And then by the time the week or the new week comes around, I'm starting all over again with chest. So I definitely recommend understanding what split you want to do, and it's extremely dependent on your goals and what you want to accomplish. I found that, working on my areas or my weak areas in bodybuilding, the current split that I have works best for me, and it also helps me with time management. Having more rest days, being able to recover and stuff like that. So method of tracking, Excel spreadsheet, and then what split you're going to do. Me personally, I do chest, I do posterior, I do upper, and then I do legs. Once you have your method of tracking and you understand what split you're going to do, it gets pretty simple after this, right? And the way I'm going to explain it right now, I'm going to explain it a little bit slow, but everything I'm about to explain right now applies to every day of the week that you train, whether it's chest, whether it's push, whether it's pull, whether it's legs, whether it's upper, whether it's back, whether it's posterior. What I'm about to explain right now applies to each and every day. So typically I like to do anything from 5 to 6 total exercises a day. And this just helps me manage my volume over a period of time. I won't get that deep into volume over a period of time, but just understand that the more volume that you do, it adds up. Even if you front load a bunch of exercises on one day and then do a bunch of exercises for the same muscle group later on, all of that volume adds up and it really affects your recovery time. So just pay attention to how much volume you're actually doing. And there's a lot of research out there that suggests like how much volume per body part you should do based on the size of the muscle and things like that. So if you want to do your own research in that regard, go ahead. But I typically do about 5 to 6 exercises per day per muscle group. So let's just do my chest day, for example. What I would typically do on how I approach each day is I would pick 3 compound movements that I really enjoy doing for that muscle group. So if it's for chest, I really like flat dumbbell press, I like incline barbell press, and then I like flat barbell press. And they're all interchangeable. It depends on what your favorite exercises are. For legs, I typically really enjoy the leg press machine, the belt squat, and the hack squat. For my posterior day, I really like the like a chest supported T-bar row, and then I'll do like a chest supported like unilateral row, and then I'll do a heavy cable like wide grip row. And like I said, all of this applies to whichever muscle group that you're training that day. So just pick 3 compound movements or 3 heavy movements that you really enjoy doing for that muscle group. And then the last 2 exercises are kind of going to be like some accessory movements or movements that you'll do like a higher rep range for. For example, on my chest days, it'll probably be like a cable fly and like a dip, or like a cable fly and a push-up. For my back day, it'll probably be something like a lat pull down. Um, or for my posterior day, it's generally like hamstring curls or like a lat pull down. And then for my leg day, maybe it'll be something like a lunge, or something like that. Something light that you can really use to kind of push yourself to muscle failure or to a higher rep range. And we'll get into rep ranges here in a little bit. Typically, like I said, 5 to 6 exercises per day. You want to do 3 really big movements, 3 compound movements, something that's going to exert a lot of energy, recruit a lot of muscle fibers. And then your last 2 exercises are going to be a little bit lighter on overall muscle groups and are going to be a little bit more isolated to the specific muscle group that you're working out. Now, when it comes to tracking reps and sets, it can get a little bit like gray, like muddy type. I typically do 3 sets per exercise. Especially my compound movements are typically 3 sets. So a lot of people like to do 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 sets. Like I said, just keep in mind that volume adds up over time. That volume adds up the more you train that muscle group. So if you are in that higher set range, just make sure you're getting adequate rest and you're eating enough food so that you're not deteriorating muscle. You're actually growing your muscle and giving your muscle time to recoup before you start exerting it again. So typically I work in that 3 set rep range, especially at 3 set total, especially for my compound movements. So like barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, leg press, hack squats, belt squats, T-bar rows, things like that. Those big movements that recruit a lot of muscle fibers. I'm actually going to do about 3 sets, and then my rep range is going to be anywhere from 8 to 10. And that's typically the range that I like to stay in for those compound movements. I want to be strong and I want to move heavy weight, so I'm going to have to, make sure the reps are a little bit lighter so that I can actually get good, adequate reps in. So when choosing your weight, obviously you want to choose a weight that's challenging, but you don't want to choose a weight that's too easy. Typically, I like to train until I feel like I only have like 1 rep left in the tank. So I choose a weight that let's just say my goal is to do 3 sets of T-bar, chest-supported T-bar rows for 8 to 10 reps. My first set, that 10th rep should be like excruciating. Like that 10th rep should be like I'm wringing water out of a rag. Like that's my last really good set. And all 3 sets should be like that for 8 to 10 reps. Now, obviously, if you're exerting yourself to that point, the more sets you do, the lower your performance numbers will be on that specific exercise. But the goal is to eventually get to a point to where you're doing those 8 to 10 reps, and then next thing you know, you're doing 11 reps, and then you're doing 12 reps, and then you're doing 13, 14. And then as those rep ranges for you increase, that means you're getting stronger, so you can slowly increase the weight every couple of weeks so that the rep range is more challenging for you. And next thing you know, you're going to be doing heavy weight for the same movement. And that's why it's important to track, the amount of weight that you're doing and then the total number of reps that you're actually getting done. So that's pretty much the approach I take. I'm going to show you guys an example of my training plan just so you understand kind of what I'm talking about. It's easy to explain it, but once you guys kind of see it, it'll make much more sense. All right, so what you guys are looking at right now is an example of my current workout plan that I made. I'm kind of using some of the methods that I explained a little bit earlier. Like I was saying, you choose typically 5 or 6 exercises that you enjoy, 3 being compound movements, and then 2 being like accessory movements. So just looking at my chest day here, you can see that I chose 3 compound movements. My dumbbell flat press, my barbell flat press, and then my barbell incline press. And then some of the lighter movements I chose were the chest flies and push-ups. And my sets are pretty much based on like my performance. I do want to get a good amount of sets on each exercise. You can see chest flies are 4, my compound movements are 3, and then my push-ups are 2. RIR typically it just stands for reps in reserve. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, that's how many, I go into the point to where I feel like I can only do 1 rep left. And that's pretty much how I gauge my productivity or my performance in the gym and my exertion. And then you can see in the next column E is my load used or how much weight I'm actually using. It's important to track that especially on a multi-week basis, maybe like every 3 or 4 weeks, you may want to increase your weight just so you can track your performance and you can track your productivity. Obviously, you want the weight to go up, you want your strength to go up, and then we can correlate other things just based on strength and how many reps that we're doing for that weight. Column F, you can see my target reps is 8 to 10 for my compound lifts. And then for my chest fly, it's 10 to 12. And then push-ups is muscle failure. So push-ups is a little bit different. I'll do 2 sets of muscle failure at the end. And it's kind of like my burnout to ensure that I'm getting like some good blood flow to my chest. And then you have the actual reps column, which is me tracking how many reps I actually did over each set. So for dumbbell flat press, you can see that I've done over 3 sets with my target reps being 8 to 10. I did, my first set was 13 reps, my second set was 8 reps, and then my last set was 7 reps. So based on that, I can continue to push that 90-pound flat dumbbell flat press for a couple more weeks. And if my numbers continue to kind of be high or be a little bit higher than that 8 to 10 rep range, I can increase the weight. And then the following weeks after that, I can continue to lift the weight and continue to increase the weight. And then, you know, over a period of time, you'll be able to lift more than when you were doing originally. So I pretty much just take that approach throughout my entire workout week. You can see posterior here. Same thing, 3 or 4 compound movements and then 1 or 2 accessory movements. Same thing with my push day. And then the same thing with my lower or my leg day. So you can take that approach to create your own workout plan. Like I said, you can use mine as an example, but as long as you have something to track on it and then you understand your split, you can choose your exercises based on that method that I mentioned, where you choose 3 or 4 compound movements and then 1 or 2 accessory movements. But that's a really easy way for you to make your own workout plan, so you don't have to purchase any, or you don't have to spend time trying to figure out that perfect workout plan. You can literally create your own and be comfortable in the gym, and then you get to do exercises and train the way you actually enjoy training. So you know, based on your goals, I think you all should just kind of take this approach, or at least try it, see how you like it. If you don't feel comfortable making your own workout plan, feel free to continue to, you know, purchase other people's or reach out to other people. But I think being able to work out on your own terms and being able to like create your own workout plan, it makes the gym more enjoyable. It doesn't feel like a chore because someone else is telling you to do it. And then you actually get to pick exercises that you like doing and you enjoy doing. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it's a little bit messy and all over the place, but it's my first video since I've been back. And I hope you all just was able to learn something, take something away from it. If you did, please consider leaving likes, leaving comments, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really like this informal. I don't try to edit my videos too much. I just try to be like raw, be authentic, and kind of be myself for you guys, because I'm just a normal person like you all, and I'm just trying to help you all out, spread some information, and kind of just teach you all things that I learned along the way as a bodybuilder. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed the content. I do have another video coming after this. It's kind of like a walkthrough in the gym on my posterior day. I actually took the footage today. The footage came out really well, so I'll be able to make that video for you guys too. So make sure you stay tuned and stay on the lookout for that posterior back day, like back and hamstrings. Really exciting video coming for you guys. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave likes, comments, subscribes. It really helps my channel grow, and I will catch you all in the next video.